Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you again. So, as you know, we have the third session of this module related to phonetics. No, this is the topic of this module, phonetics, as we have seen before. So we have this related to the sounds, no, the study of sounds. No? Remember that we were talking about it, no? So we are going to analyze the sounds. For example, last class we were talking about what? Or last session, can you remember what we talked about? All right.
We
So
talk about dictionary, the use
yeah,
of dictionary,
the uses of dictionaries. Yes. What else?
pronunciation of vowels.
Yes, you're right, Zoraida. We were talking about the different characteristics, no? How we are going to articulate each vowel sound in English, no? So this was the topic that we did the last session, no? And also we talked about the dictionaries, no? The different uses that we can give to a dictionary, and it's so important to remember, no? When we use the dictionaries, try to use all of the information that you can get from this, right? This is very important. So in order to make a feedback, a review, we are going to start talking about the articulation of vowel sounds, no? Vowel sounds are classified by, can you tell me? How can we classify vowel sounds? We talked about 5 characteristics. Can you remember what were they? These 5 characteristics? Anybody? What were the 5 characteristics of any vowel sound? So we use these characteristics to differentiating, no? Because we talked about that we have two more characteristics, but these characteristics is general. All vowels share these characteristics, but there were 5 that we use in order to differentiate, to distinguish the vowel sounds. Can you tell me what were they? What were the 5 characteristics of any vowel sound? How we are going to classify vowel sounds? No, nobody? All right.
Length,
Yeah, that's it. Very good. One of this is the length of the sound. Excellent. The second, what is the second? Another characteristic. Remember that we saw a diagram, no? We saw a diagram, and in this diagram, you have the different characteristics of each vowel sound. Your partner says one of them, length of the sound. What else? What else? Remember.
position,
The position of
the
what?
tongue,
Yes, you're right. The position of the tongue and the position of the lips. No? Remember that we have two positions, the position of the tongue and the position of the lips, the shape of the lips, no? How we are going to shape our mouth, our lips, no? Open, rounded, and so on. No? All right, so you mentioned 3. So I'm going to give you this here. Yeah, don't worry if maybe you forgot. So try to remember. Try to remember. One characteristic is the part of the tongue. The second, as your partner says, the position of the tongue. Third, the position of the lips. 4, the length of the sound. 5, the tense of muscles. So don't forget about these characteristics. We are going to distinguish vowel sounds because of the part of the tongue we are using, because of the position of the tongue we are shaping, because of the tongue that we are placing, because of the position of the lips we are shaping, because of the length of duration. Remember, length is similar to say duration. The length or duration of the sound, and finally, the tensity of muscles. No? So according to these 5 characteristics, we can distinguish vowel sounds. No? The part of the tongue, position of the lips, length of the sound, and tense of muscles. But as I told you before, we have other two characteristics of vowel sounds, but we are not going to put it together with the other five because these two other characteristics are not to classify. They are not useful to classify vowel sounds. Why? Because these two characteristics belong to all the vowel sounds. All vowel sounds are voicing. It means that they are going to be vibrated when you pronounce them, and also they are continuant sounds. Continuants, remember, refer to when you can produce the sound as long as you can, no? Until you breathe out. This is a continuant sound, no? So it means that all vowels, remember, all vowels are voiced sounds and all vowels are continuant sounds. That's why we don't put it together with the other five. No, the other five, remember, you use these other five characteristics to differentiate sounds, to distinguish sounds, vowel sounds. No, remember that we are talking about the vowel sounds. So we have seen this diagram, right? Can you remember? So when we talk about the parts of the tongue, we have three subcategories. Front, we're going to use the front part of our tongue, the center part of our tongue, or the back part of our tongue. Then, if we talk about the height of the tongue, height is similar to say the position of the tongue. Yeah? Height or position is the same. So the height or position of the tongue, we have high, middle, low. Then, when we talk about the position of the lips, we have close, mid-open, open. So let's see the vowels. Now here you have the vowels. You have the different vowels. Also, we have in the position of the lips, we also have this characteristic, rounded. And notice here the square, no? So it means that these vowels which are inside a square, inside a rectangle, are rounded. So you don't need to say mid-open, no, rounded. Also, we gave the different characteristics or the different or specific names for each vowel sound. No? We divided in three parts. Front vowel sounds. What are the front vowel sounds? E, E, A. These are the front vowel sounds. What are the characteristics? So we have the E, front, high, close, long, tense. Then we have the other, I. Notice the difference. I, front, close, short, lax, high. Then we have the vowel E, front, mid-open, short, lax, middle. And finally, we have the last front vowel that is A, as in cat. Now, when you see the word cat, bag, so you use this one. All right, apple. So you use this sound, no? And remember, there is no two sounds, no I, no. It's just one vowel sound, a. Notice the position of my lips. You open, you lower your jaw. Notice here, look at my face, look at my face. You lower here, all right, so you lower your jaw and you produce the vowel sound. All right, so this is a front, open, long, short, lax. Then we have the other ones, that is the central vowels. Central vowels. So in the central vowels we have a. This is the most common vowel in the English sound, the schwa. Remember that it also has a name, the schwa. Your lips, your mandible, your jaw should be relaxed. So this vowel is center, mid-open, middle, short, lax. And the other one is the symbol is like an inverted V, no, it's inverted. Now, it's similar to the schwa, but it's strong. The first one, the inverted E, is weak. It's a weak sound. weak vowel sound. But the other, the inverted V, this is the symbol, it's not the sound. just to recognize the symbol. So the sound is uh, 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 uh. Again, notice here, you have to open your mouth mid, no? So that's why here says center, mid open, middle, short, lax. Teacher, you can notice here, teacher, both have the same characteristics. Why do you say that they are different? Can you remember what is the difference between these two vowels? The schwa, that is and the one is weak and the other is strong. But there was another difference. Can you tell me what it is?
The stress of the word.
Exactly. Very good. You are right. The stress. So the use of each vowel sound. The first vowel, you use it in unstressed syllables. And the second one, the inverted V, is used in stressed syllables. Remember that, all right? So this is the difference, the use. When you use these vowel sounds, well, one is in an stressed syllables and the other one is in a stressed syllables. One is weak, the inverted E is weak, imagine that you are weak, you don't want to do anything, no? Maybe you are sick, you are ill, you are not in the mood of doing anything, right? So this is a similar, no? Uh, uh, but the other is a strong, uh, 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 notice the difference. Now, the third one, here the other vowel sound is er, center, mid open, middle, long, things. So here we have the central vowel sounds. Let's pass to the other one, the last ones, back vowels. In the back vowels, we have 5. No, one of them is British. Remember, the full vowel here is British. The other one similar to American, and then we're going to analyze the difference between the American and British vowel sounds. And there's just a few differences. So here you have the first vowel is ooh, ooh. Notice my lips. Notice my lips. You have to round your lips. Ooh, like a tunnel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So this is back, rounded, high, long, things. The other one is short. Oh, oh, oh. Notice the difference. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh. So they have almost the same characteristic. The difference is in the length of the sound and tense of the muscles. So both are back, both are rounded, both are high. Here is the difference. One is long, the other is short. One is tense, the other is lax. And notice here two characteristics which are different. Long, short. Remember, how do we know that the sound is long, teacher? Oh, so how can I remember this? Yeah, remember the symbol. No? How do we know that the sound is long? Because of the 2 points or 2 small triangles that you can see. No? You can see here 2 small triangles. So these 2 small triangles means that you need to long or make longer the sound. All right? Ooh, oh. Ooh, oh. Notice here. Let's continue with the third one. The third one is the vowel O. O. Remember? O. Again, notice 2 characteristics are the same. Back, rounded. But here you have 3 different. Middle, long, things. And notice here, back, rounded, middle, long, things. O. It's a long sound because you have the 2 small triangles. O, O, O. You have to round your lips. Remember, round your lips. O. Let's pass to the other vowel. The other vowel, as I told you, is used mostly in British English. All right. we're not going to use it in American English, this vowel. Remember, this is used mostly in British English. All right? How do you pronounce this? It's like the sound ah, no? Like the sound ah, but you have to round a little bit your lips. Say ah. First say ah. Ah. Now make it a little rounded. Your lips, you have to make your lips a little rounded. Ah, 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 ah. Notice the difference with the previous one. The previous one is the previous ones is o, o, o. Yeah. So here you have, oh, what's happening? Yeah. Oh yeah. Just a minute. That's it. This is used in British English. Remember, yeah, this is used in British English. As I told you, you have to say ah, yeah, say ah, but now make it a little rounded. Oh, 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 oh. For example, no? Notice the difference. One word. I'm gonna give you just one word to notice the difference between the American and the British accent. No? So you know how to pronounce this word. This is in order to recognize it. That just it. All right. So how do you pronounce this word that I wrote on the screen? How do you pronounce it?
Hot.
Aha. Aha. All right.
Hot.
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. Yes.
Hot.
Aha. That's it. Very good. Yes. Now we are going to analyze the difference between American and British. For example, American. Oh, please, your microphones. Lucy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, thanks a lot, Lucy. All right. So notice here the difference. American people use the vowel open, very open, hot. Notice my lips. I want you to see my lips. Hot. Notice I'm opening, wide open, hot, hot, hot. This is American, hot. It's very open, hot male. Remember, oh, the word not, not, not. Notice I'm open my mouth a lot. All right? I'm opening my mouth a lot. Notice again, hot, hot, hot. Now, British, we use this vowel. Now this this open now you have to round it a little. Hot, hot. Notice my lips again. Hot, 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 hot. Did you notice the difference? One is very open, hot, American. It's front, hot, 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 hot. But the other is rounded, back, hot, 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 hot. Notice the difference. That's why I told you that this vowel is British, because British people use the back most than the front or center. No, American people use the front or central but the British use the back vowel and round. You just round a little bit, not so much, because if you round it, oh, no, hot, no, hot, no, hot, hot. And notice the difference. Hot, hot. If you use the other, is hot, hot, no, hot, hot. And don't forget about it. So here you have this. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to raise the word just as an example. Okay, so which are the characteristics? So you know it. Back, rounded, low, short, lax. These are the characteristics of these vowels. Remember, this is mostly used in British English, not in American. But we are giving you all the information. No? Let's pass to the last one. The last one is used in American and British, but there is also a small difference. In British English, we use it at the back. In American, is more to the front. All right, not to the back, not too much to the back, more to the front. All right, so here you have park, for example. Park. There is another difference that we are going to talk about between American and British English. I think I told you the last class. One of the difference between American and British English in pronunciation is that British, you know, they don't pronounce the R letter. You know, for example, when you say teacher, this is American, right? Teacher, teacher. British, teacher, teacher. Notice here, they don't pronounce the final R, no? So when they don't pronounce the final R, they long, no? They make the vowel sound longer. For example, I'm going to write another word. How do you pronounce this word? How do you pronounce this word?
Park.
Park.
Exactly. American. Notice this is American. Park. You pronounce clearly the sound R, no? Park, park, park. British. Notice how the British people pronounce this word. They don't pronounce the R sound. So they make the A longer. Park, park. Okay? Notice I'm going to pronounce in American and British. Park, park. American. British, park. Notice at the back, you use the back part of your tongue. American use the front part of the tongue. Park, park, the front center. British, back, park, park. No sound. If you could listen, you don't pronounce the sound You just make the vowel a longer. Park, park, park. Notice here. That's why they make this vowel long. This vowel is long. All right. So here you have this topic related to the vowel sounds. No, we saw this characteristic the last class. This is in order just to make a feedback, a review. Yeah. Now let me show you. I'm going to change my screen. The differences between the vowels, well, we have just a few differences in vowels in order to pronounce them. Let me show you, also you have in your handout, oh, I have a lot of windows there. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to share it, and we are going to analyze the differences between American and British accent. Yes, Diana, yes. The O, no party. For example, in American, you say party, party, pa, pa. The A is front. And you pronounce the R, no? Party, party, party. British, party, party, party. Car, car. Notice, no, they don't say car. They say car. Hose, hose. No, say horse. Notice, this is the difference between the American and British accent, no? Well, this is the two major accents, no? Because we have more, no? We have Jamaican, Canadian, South Africa, oof, a lot. But the most used and the most well-known are the British and the American, no? That's why we are talking about these two accents, no? All right, let me show you here. Where is it? I lost it again. Just give me a second. Oh, yeah, this is it. I'm going to share with you. You have this on your material, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, okay, here it is. I'm going to share it with you now. Yeah, tell me, can you watch it? Yeah, fine, yes, specifically when the R is in the middle, or at the end, not at the beginning. British people pronounce the R at the beginning. Yeah, but when it's in the middle or at the end, they mostly don't pronounce this consonant sound, the R sound. But there is one occasion that they are going to pronounce the R sound. We are going to do, just to give you here a clear example. For example, you say the teacher of English. No, in American English you pronounce the R all the time. No, the teacher of English. Yeah, but if you say this in a British accent, yeah, Mr. Ration told me, yeah, the teacher of English. No, a teacher. You told us that the R is not pronounced. In this case, you are going to pronounce the R sound, even if it is at the end, because the next word starts with a vowel sound. So they call this, well, when we talk about phonology, we're going to amplify this. They call this insertion because they insert the sound R to join two vowel sounds. Teacher finishes in the schwa, no, because you write with R, but you don't pronounce it. So you finish with a vowel sound. So teacher of start with a vowel sound, vowel. So what do? They insert the so in this case, British people pronounce the when you have two vowels, you want to join two words and these vowels are together, so they insert the not. So they say similar to American, the teacher of English. Just in this case, when they have these two vowel sounds, so they insert the sound to join these two vowel sounds. And then we're going to talk about in phonology because this is one of the phonological processes. Yeah? We call this insertion. For American people, it's not insertion, just linking, because you join the consonant sound with a vowel sound, linking. But for British people, this is called insertion because they are going to insert an extra sound because they don't usually pronounce the sound. So they are inserting, all right? Okay, so let me see. Here you have these two diagrams. Here we are going to analyze the differences between the vowel sounds between American accent and British accent. If you notice, most of them are similar. E, e, the front vowels. But notice here, I'm going to, yeah, this is it. I'm going to give you, yeah. One of the difference, notice this is American. The first diagram is American and the second diagram is British. All right. So here you have one of the differences. Notice in American, you pronounce the sound, right? You pronounce the sound. But in British, you don't pronounce the sound. So what do? Let me give you one example. Another word. I'm going to write another word. Yeah, related to this sound. How do you pronounce this word? Can you see the word? Yes?
Here.
Yeah, that's it. Here, no?
Here.
Here, yes, excellent. That's it. This is American. Here. So you have the sound ha, the sound e, and the sound Three sounds. Ha, e, But notice, British people don't pronounce the final so they insert a vowel sound. They say here, here, and they produce a deep tone. This is the deep tone that you can see here. E, the short E, and the schwa. Ear, 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 here. They don't say here, here, American, here, British. So they have British accent have more vowel sounds than American accent. Why? Because they have more diphthongs. In American accent, we have just few diphthongs. I, oi, ow, o. But in British accent, they have more diphthongs because they are going to replace the sound with a schwa sound. Notice another example of this combination. Air, air. Another word to give you the example. How do you pronounce this word? The second word. How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it?
chair,
Exactly.
chair,
Chair. Chair, no? Chair. Excellent. American.
chair,
Excellent. In British, chair. Chair. So they produce another diphthong. Ear. Ear. The vowel E plus the vowel schwa. Ear. Chair. Here. Notice here. So you have these diphthongs. This is one of the differences between the American vowel sounds and the British vowel sounds. There are going to be more vowel sounds in the British accent because they are going to have more diphthongs than the American accent. All right. And as I told you before, the notice here the symbol here in the British, and notice the symbol here in American. So it means in American, they use the mouth very open, wide open. In British, you have to round the back you have to round it a little bit. Now, as I told you before, American people says hot, hot, open, it's very open, hot, hot. British, hot, hot. It's a little rounded, hot, 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 hot. Notice the difference between the American accent and the British accent. All right. So here you have the others. So you can notice is the same. No, just another differences in the diphthong. The symbol in the diphthong of the vowel O. Notice O in American accent is O, O, U. So you use these two vowels, O, U. Now notice in the British accent. In the British accent, you use the schwa. O, O, O. Another example. Another word. You have the word. How do you pronounce this word? How do you
go,
say it? Aha. Go. No? So you say the rounded vowel, no? Go. British, you don't have to round your lips. Don't round your lips at the beginning. It's mid open. Go, 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 go. This is another difference in the diphthong, no? American accent, O. British accent, O. And for example, if you're using a dictionary, as I mentioned before, you could easily notice, oh yeah, this is American accent. The dictionary that I'm using is American or British. Ah yeah, look up for the word go. If you see the schwa, oh, oh, so it means that this is a British accent. But if you see oh, this is American accent. All right, so it's easily to recognize if your dictionary is British or American. So you have here these differences, all right, between the vowel sounds in American accent and in British accent. Okay, so if you can see, most of them are similar. Yeah, most of them are similar. Just maybe the position. Notice that these symbols appear maybe one lower and the other higher, you know, but it's just a little bit. All right. So here you have this topic related to the vowels of American and British accent. Now we are going to practice. Let's pass to the practice of these vowel sounds. We have analyzed the theory, the theoretical aspect. Now let's pass to the practice. All right. So let's start with these two first vowels. The vowel E and the vowel I. Notice E, I. E, notice my lips, please. It's very important, the shape of your lips. E, you have to smile. E, the other, serious. E, E, E. Pizza for dinner. Notice you don't say dinner, no. Dinner, no. Dinner. Dinner. Pizza. Pizza. Dinner. pizza, dinner. So notice the difference between these two vowels, all right? So how to make a sound? Here it says, E is a long sound. Look at the diagram. Listen. Excellent, Diana. That's it. This is a very good example how to differentiate these two vowel sounds. No, this, these, this, these. Yes, you're right. You're right. Thanks a lot, Diana. Or Diana. No. All right. So your tongue touches the sides of your teeth. So this is the sound E, E, E. All right. As in the word, generally here you have a matching between the sound and spelling. Yeah, generally this sound is used with the letters double E or EA, generally, not always, generally. So we say C. I'm going to make it bigger. Yeah, yeah, see, agree, eat, seat, team. Notice here these words. The other ones, you have more letters. With this sound, you have the letters I-E, E, E-Y, I-E-O. Listen carefully. Now, if you want, you can repeat it at your house, at home. Yeah. I'm not saying that you have to turn on your microphone because the sounds produce a lot of vibrations. Yeah? So, but you can do it. I say the word and you can repeat it at home. Yeah. So here, feel. Feel. Try to exaggerate it. Now, this is very important. Try to exaggerate it. Feel. Notice your lips. Feel. Feel. Peace. These. Meter. Secret. Evening. Equal. Peter. British. Peter. Museum. European. Chinese. Japanese. Complete. Key, ski, kilo, liter, pizza, police, machine, magazine, people. Notice all these words contain the vowel E. Longer is a long sound. Remember, this is a long sound. Now, let's pass to the sentences. For example, number one, can you see the sea? Notice these two words, see, the verb and the noun, they are pronounced the same. The spelling is different, but the pronunciation is the same. The meaning is different too. So how do we call these words? Homophones. Words which are pronounced the same, but the spelling is different. Can you see the C? Number two, a piece of pizza, please. I'm a little bit exaggerating. Remember, try to exaggerate it. Number three, Peter's in the team. Four, a kilo of peaches and a liter of cream. Five, please, can you teach me to speak Portuguese? Notice this is the long vowel E. Remember, you have to smile. Yeah, smile. That's why when you want to take a picture, American, British people say cheese, and you smile. No? Say cheese, and you took the picture. All right. So they are producing the vowel E. You have to smile. Don't be serious. If you are serious, you have to pronounce the second sound. I, I. Notice my lips. I, 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 I. It's not e. I'm not saying e. I, 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 I. This is a short sound. Here it says, right? It's a short sound. So you make your mouth a bit less wide than for E. Your tongue is a bit farther back in your mouth than for E. So listen and repeat at home. Now you can do it at home. I, 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 I. And this is the vowel. Now the sound and spelling. Let's see here the sound and spelling. I'm going to make it bigger. Yeah. I is usually spelled with the letter I. Notice, don't get confused. I is the letter. I is the sound. Listen and say these words. Listen and repeat at home. If, listen, miss, dinner, swim. I don't say if, no. Listen, no. Miss, no. Miss, miss. If, listen, dinner, swim. The other ones, there are other spellings with this sound. You have the vowel, the letter U letter. Yeah, here we are matching the spelling and the pronunciation. So you use the letter U or UI or Y. Listen and repeat. Busy, 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 business, business, building, building, system, system. And notice here that you're using the vowel I, I. All right, I. Now, let's pass to the other one. The phrases. We're gonna pass to the phrases. 1, 56. 2, dinner in the kitchen. 3, a cinema ticket. 4, a picture of a building. 5, big business. Business. Notice here you produce the short vowel I, business. All right. Okay, so here you have this. Now we are going to pass to the other two vowels. The exercises, notice that I gave you the audios, and don't forget to do the tasks. So you have the audios, all the audios from this material I'll upload it to the platform, not to the classroom. So you can listen to these audios many times, a lot of times. All right, let's continue with the two other vowels. We have the vowel U, U. Remember what I told you before. So, teacher, how do we know the one sound is long and the other is short? Easy. The two small triangles, or 2 points. The two small triangles says that this sound is long. When you don't have these two small triangles, the sound is short. All right, so we have this oo, oh, oo, oh. Notice the two vowels oo, oh. So here it says, in order to make a sound, you have to make the sound longer. No, it's a long sound. Make your lips into a tunnel shape. Notice here, a tunnel shape. Ooh, notice my lips again. Ooh, 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 like a tunnel, right? Like a tunnel. You have, it means that you need to round a lot. All right, you have to round your lips a lot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So this is the sound. Let's pass to the spelling, sound and spelling. So this vowel, oh, yeah, this vowel is often spelled with the letters, notice letters, double O, O-U, O-E, U, U-E, or E-W. Listen and say this word. At home, no, at home. It's not necessary to turn on your microphones because there's going to be too much interferences. So, the first one, two, group, shoe, blue. Notice you have to make the sound longer. Two, group, shoe, blue. Now, when the spelling is U or EW, there is often a Y sound before the U sound. So we are going to add this consonant. Notice we are going to add this consonant Y to the U sound. Listen and say this word. Music. Notice I'm saying it slowly to recognize. Mew, 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 mew. Yeah, yeah. You're using the consonant. Music, music, new, new, student, student. And notice you add this ya sound. No? In American, for example, you don't insert this ya, you say student, new, no? So you can use this one. Now, the other one, there are also other spelling of U sound. No? You have two, fruit, use. Let's pass to the phrases. Everybody, the phrases. One, me too. 2. Working groups. 3. New shoes. 4. Red and blue. 5. Listen to the music. Music. 6. 42. 7. Fruit use. And so notice here that you are using the long vowel sound. Ooh, and round your lips. Don't forget, you have to round your lips a lot. Ooh. Let's pass to the short one. The short one is often spelled with the letters U, double O, or OU. Listen and say these words. Full, sugar, book, foot, wood. Notice here, I'm going to give you one example in order to differentiate. I'm going to write here 2 words. Notice, how do you pronounce these 2 words?
Full and full.
Yeah, that's it. Uh-huh.
Full, full.
All right. And notice the first one is with the long vowel sound. Fool, fool. And the second word is with a short vowel sound. Full, full. Now we are going to do it together. Full, 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 full. And notice how you change the pronunciation of these 2 words using a long sound and using a short sound. Let's continue. Listen and say this other word with oh, woman, woman. Notice oh, woman. Now let's pass to the phrases. My bag's full. Number 2, where's my book? Number 3, my left foot. 4, a kilo of sugar. 5, who's that woman? And notice here that you have these 2 vowel sounds. The vowel oo, remember, the vowel oo and the vowel u. Let's pass to the other 2 vowel sounds. You have these 2 other vowel sounds. You have here ah. Notice the first sound is with your mouth wide open. Ah. And the other you have to close a little bit. Ah. 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 Father, mother. Father, mother. And notice here that you have these vowel sounds. So how to make the sound ah? Remember, you have to open your mouth. Now, ah, ah, ah. Ah is a long sound. Remember, ah is a long sound. Open your mouth wide. Here it says, open your mouth wide. So you have to open a lot. Imagine that you're going to the doctor. Maybe you have a sore throat, no? And the doctor says to you, okay, please, mister, open your mouth wide. And then the doctor put here, a stick on your tongue, no? But you have to open a lot. That's similar to this movement you have to do in order to produce this vowel sound. Ah, 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 and you have to open it. Now, let's pass to the sound and spelling. Here we are going to notice another difference between the British accent and American accent. First, we are going to do it in a British accent. This is mostly in a British accent. Then we are going to compare it to the American accent. So let's start. A is usually spelled with the letter A or AR. Notice AR is for British accent. They are not going to pronounce the sound at the end. So they just make the sound longer. That's why this vowel is long. Ah. Please listen and repeat at home. After. Notice ah. After. Afternoon. Ask. Answer. Bath. Bathroom. Can't. Class. Dance. Fast. Father. Glass. Tomato. Bar. Car, card, far, park, star, start. Teacher, Ah, yes, yes, tomato. It's not tomato. Tomato, British. Tomato, American. Don't forget about it. Tomato, British. Tomato, American. Similar to the other one. Potato, British. Potato, American. Don't forget about it. So here you have often, afternoon, ask, answer. Notice here you have to open your mouth. Bath. I'm just a little bit exaggerating in order to notice, to realize what's the production, the articulation of this song. Bathroom, can't, class, dance, fast, father, glass, tomato, bar. Notice the R is not pronounced. The final R is not pronounced. You make the sound longer. Bar, car, card, far, park, star, start. Notice no R sound. Now let's pass to the other one. Listen and say these other words with the vowel O. Aunt, love, hot, half. Remember that the L, the letter L, is not pronounced here, right? Listen and say these sentences. A British accent. Remember, now remember, how fast the car parked? How fast the car parked? 2. We went to a large bar full of film stars. And notice the is not pronounced. Large, bar, stars. 3. We're starting in half an hour. We're starting half an hour. Starting. You make the sound longer. Starting. Starting half an hour. This is in a British accent. Now, let's see the box, the gray box. In words with a letter R after the sound, most Americans, now here we're going to make the contrast, most Americans and some British, notice, some British peoples pronounce the R. So it means that not all British people are going to do that. Some British peoples are going to pronounce the too, similar to the American sound. Remember that when we are in a country, we have a lot of regions, no? And in these regions, we're going to change also the American accent. If you go to Texas, or you go to Miami, so the accents are completely different. All right. So something similar happens in Great Britain or UK, no? According to the region you are going to change the accent, no? Similar happens to our country, no? We are from Lima or Chosica, then we go to another to Amazonas, Iquitos, or Cusco. We speak Spanish, but with different accents, right? So something similar with the British accent. We call British accent, but this British accent has other differences to other sub-accents, if you want to say that. So notice here, listen to the same sentences, this time with the letter R's pronounced. So I'm going to do it, all right? Remember, I'm going to say first the British and then the American. British, how far is the car parked? This is British accent. American, how far is the car parked? Did you notice the difference? Number 2, British accent first. We went to a large bar full of film stars. American, we went to a large bar full of film stars. 3, we're starting half an hour. Half an hour. American, we are starting in half an hour. Did you notice the difference? American and British accent. Now, the second part. Some people, especially in the north of England, notice in the north of England, pronounce the letters A or AU as A. Also, the American people do that. And some of them. Notice they change the vowel. They change the vowel in some of these words. Listen, the first one, for example, you say after, no? After with the O sound, after. Now we are going to use the second vowel, after, after, afternoon, ask, answer, aunt, bath, bathroom, class, dance, fast, glass, laugh. Notice the difference if we go up I'm going to make it smaller. Yeah. Notice here, we are pronouncing this word. Oh, just give me a second. Oh, what happened here? Yeah, this is it. We are talking about this word, no? After, notice, most of British people say or use the vowel A after, but some of them, and also the American people, use the other vowel, that is the A, front, after, after. So you have here after, afternoon, ask, answer, aunt, bath, bathroom, class, dance, fast, glass, laugh. So we change the vowel. Notice we're changing the vowel, teacher. But do we change the meaning? Ah, the other says after, and the other says after. Are we changing the meaning?
No.
We're using two different sounds. Yes, we're using two different sounds. So what are we producing?
Allophone.
Yes, excellent. Very good. They are called allophones because they are variations, no? Different variations of this vowel according to the region, according to the accent. We are going to vary the sound physically. Notice, physically, we're going to make a variation, but we don't change the meaning of the word. The meaning of the word is the same. So we're using or producing allophones. All right, so let's continue here. The other vowel, let's pass to the other vowel. Now the other vowel, the inverted V, so here you have, here, a, a, is a short sound, remember, this is a short sound, yeah? We are gonna use this vowel in the letter U, sometimes in the letters OU or O. Listen and say, bus, bus, color, color, come, come, cup, cup, front. You don't have to round. Fro, no. Oh, no. Up, front, front, front. London, no. Lo, lo, no. La, London, London. Luck, luck, luck. Monday, Monday, no, Monday, no, Monday, Monday, month, month, mother, mother, much, much, nothing, no, oh, no, rounded, no, all right, it's not rounded, no, nothing, number, run, study, study, son, son, uncle, uncle, under, under. All right. So we have these vowel sounds. Remember that you use these vowel sounds. So let's pass to the sentences. Here you have some sentences. Number one says, good luck, good luck. Good luck with your exam next month. Number two, take the number one bus. Number three, I said come on Monday, not come on Sunday. Come on, come on Sunday, Monday. All right. Number four, my brother is studying in London. My brother is studying in London. No lo, la, London. All right. So we are going to use these vowel sound. Now, let's continue with the other two. The other two vowel sounds. All right. So here you have the vowels A. Remember, the first one is the British vowel sound. Remember, this is mostly used in British accent. Yeah? A. It's like A, but a little rounded. Remember, A but a little rounded. O, O, O. The other is more rounded. O, 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 A, O, A, O, A, O. Remember the difference. A dog in the corner. A dog in the corner. So here you have these two vowels. So as you can see here, this first vowel is a short vowel sound. Yeah, this is a short vowel sound. You have to round your lips a little. Here says you have to round your lips a little. The front of your tongue is low. This is in a low position and towards the back. You use the back part of your tongue, the back of your mouth. Oh, remember, this is the sound. Oh, oh. Now, let's pass to the sound and spelling. So, O is usually spelled with the letter O and sometimes with the letter A. Listen and repeat. Oh, I think it's too big. Yeah. Bottle, bottle, box, chocolate, clock, coffee, copy, cost, cross, doctor, dog, gone, got, holiday, hospital, hot, hot, American hot. It's more open, all right? American is more open, no rounded. British is a little rounded. Hot, job, lock, long, lost, lot, not, off, often, possible, shop, song, sorry, stop, top, wrong, quality, want, wash, wasn't, watch, what. Notice here the difference between the American and the British accent. American, you open your mouth wide. Yeah, it's wide open. British, a little rounded. Yeah, a little rounded. Not. This is America. Not. British, not. A little rounded. All right. Now let's pass to the sentences. British accent, because then we're going to make a contrast with the American. No? In the great box you have in the American accent. British accent. Have you got a lot of shopping? Have you got a lot of shopping? Round a little. Number two, John's gone to the shops. John's gone to the shops. Three, how much did your holiday cost? Four, she said the coffee wasn't very good, but I thought it was. And this is in the British accent. Now, most Americans pronounce these words differently. So what are they gonna do? They are going to make the mouth more open and wide open. Have you got a lot of shopping? Notice American. Have you got a lot of shopping? Shopping. Two, John's gone to shops. John's gone to shops. Shops. Number three, how much did your holiday cost? Number four, she said a coffee wasn't very good, but I thought it was. Notice here the difference between the British accent and the American accent. All right. Now, let's continue with the next vowel sound, the vowel O. And this is the vowel O. It's a long sound. You round your lips, notice, round your lips more than for O. So you have to make it rounder. Yeah. The other one, the first one is a little rounded, no? O. Now more rounded, O. All right. So the sound and spelling. O has different spellings. We have the letter A, A-L, A-U, A-W, A-U-G-H, O-U-G-H, A-R. The other ones in the second column is mostly more for British accent because they are not going to pronounce the final R. So they made the sound longer. Yeah. A-R, O-R, O-O-R, O-R-E, O-U-R. So listen and say the words. All, ball, call, fall, tall, wall, water. British, no? Water. Talk, walk, autumn, saw, caught, daughter, taught, bought, thought. Now the second column. Quarter, warm, born, corner, 40, horse, short, salt, door, floor, before, more, for. Notice that the final R is not pronounced. If you pronounce it very, very soft. This is the difference with the American. The American, how do you say this word? Quarter, warm, born, corner, 40, horse, short, sort, door, floor, before, more, for. Notice the difference with the British accent. No? British and American accent. Now, let's pass to the other one. Let's pass to the phrases. First, in a British accent, then in an American, Scots, and Irish, no? Some parts of England, too, no? So here you have, sorry, the UK, no England, the UK. So now listen and say these phrases. 4:15, British, 4:15. 2, born autumn, born autumn. 3, have some more. You make the sound O longer. Have some more. 4, walking on water. Walking on water. Number 5, the full door on the full floor. The R is not pronounced. Now, the gray box. When there's a letter R after O, most Americans, notice most Americans, Scots and Irish, and some other English speakers pronounce this R. Listen, 4:15. 2, born in autumn. 3, have some more. 4, walking in water. 5, the fourth door on the fourth floor. So notice the difference between the British accent. When you don't pronounce the sound at the end, you make the vowel longer. And in American, you pronounce the final clearly, no? Clearly. All right, now let's continue. Oh, we have a background music. All right, okay, so let's pass to these two other vowel sounds. The vowels E and A. E, A. E, as you can see, it's a short sound. Open your mouth quite wide. Yeah, we are going to have so many troubles here because this vowel is similar to our language, no? E, 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 E. All right, this is the sound. Sound and spelling. E is usually spelled with the letter E. Don't confuse. Yeah, don't get confused. One is the letter, the other is the symbol which represents the sound. Yeah, E with the slashes. Notice with the slashes is the sound. E. But the letter is the same. No? You notice the symbol for the sound and the symbol for the letter is the same. But don't forget, E with the letter E. And the spelling is E. The sound is E. All right? But sometimes with the letters EA, IE, A, AI. Listen and repeat. Check, leg, letter, read, sentence, bread, head, read in past tense, friend, any, many, again, said. Again. Notice this word, again. We start with a schwa, again, again, again. All right? Now, let's pass to the sentences. 1, tell me again. 2, send me a check. 3, correct these sentences. 4, 20 to 12. 5, help your friend. So here you have the vowel E. Remember, E. Let's pass to the other vowel sound that is very special. It's very characteristic in the English. language. The vowel A. Notice my mouth. Yeah, notice my mouth. A, A. So what do you need to do? Notice here. Look at my face. Look at my face. So what do we need to do? Here you have to lower your jaw, yeah, and make a little smile. Yeah, make this movement. Don't pronounce any sound. Just a movement. In order to recognize what are you going to do. Notice I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Just I'm making the movement. This is one advice that I want to give you. This is very important. For example, I saw this on a video on YouTube. No, there was a native speaker. She was talking to how to recognize the vowel sounds and try to do it the same. No, so she advised to watch yourself into a mirror, and you have to do the movements, not the sounds, just the movements. Notice, you are not saying anything. You are not producing any sound. Just making the movement. All right. So in this vowel, remember, smile and lower your jaw. Yeah? You have to smile and lower your jaw. Now say the sound. Ah, 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 ah. And remember, this is a front vowel sound. Yeah, this is a front vowel sound. It's a short sound. Yeah, you have to open your mouth wide. Remember, with a smile. Yeah, with a smile. This is very important. So here you have a is usually spelled with the letter A. Notice the letter A. Listen and repeat. Back, camera, factory, hat, jam, manager, map, plan, traffic. I'm just a little bit exaggerating in order to differentiate the sound, to recognize the sound. Yeah, back, camera, factory, hat, jam, manager, map, plan, traffic. Remember this. Let's pass to the sentences. Thanks for the cash. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Thanks for the cash. 2. I ran to the bank. I ran to the bank. 3. Where's my black jacket? Where's my black jacket? 4. That man works in a jam factory. That man works in a jam factory. 5. Let me carry your bags. Let me carry your bags. Notice here the words thanks, cash, ran. This is the past tense of run, run, ran, run, ran. Notice the difference. Bank, black, jacket, that, man, jam, factory, carry, bags. All right, so here we have these vowel. Remember the symbol. It's like a combination of the letter A and the letter E, no? Put it together, but it's a symbol which represents the sound A. It's just one sound. Teacher, yeah, I. No. Just one sound. Don't forget the smile. You have to smile and lower your jaw. Remember that. Okay, now let's continue with the other ones, the other vowel sounds. Let's pass to this vowel sound that's very important and it's very used. Here you have the sound in British accent. Remember, you're not going to use it with the final so use it and this sound is very special because you are going to use it when you have some hesitation, when you doubt, you are not sure about something, no? So what day is it today? Here you have an example below. Notice here this conversation. What day is it today? I think that's the 10th, but you're not sure. Don't say please, no? In Spanish, when you are not sure about something, you say, ah, sí, profesor, estaba, caminando, pero, no? We produce these sounds as a hesitation, but you have to hesitate in English too. So if you want to hesitate, you need to use this sound. Yeah, teacher, I was walking in the park, then I can't remember exactly. I think it was the 10. No, this sound is to hesitate. You use it to hesitate. And this is a vowel sound. All right? This is a vowel. Er, er, Remember, this is a long sound. Mostly in British English is a long sound because they don't pronounce the final R. Remember? Yeah? You have to, your mouth and your tongue should be very relaxed. Yeah. And this is the way that you could do this sound. Now, let's pass to the spelling. Sound and spelling. Is spelled with the letters I-R, O-R, U-R, O-U-R, E-A-R, or E-R. Listen and say these words. Bird. Notice, no beer, no bear, no. Bird. Look at my lips. Relax. Bird, bird, bird. First, first. British, you don't pronounce the R. First. American, first. So the R is mostly pronounced. No? Birthday, 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 birthday. American. Circle, circle. 30, 30. Word, word. No wo. Notice you don't have to round. Don't round your lips, please. Don't round it. Word. Notice it's plain. Word, word, work, work, world, world, words, words, worst, worst, turn, turn, Thursday, 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 journey, journey, j, j, no jo, no, j, j, journey, journey, early, early, earth, earth, herd, herd, learn, learn, service, service, Germany, Germany, prefer, prefer, assert, warrant, verb, university, university, ver, no ve, no, it's not e, no, university, all right, university. So here you have the sound remember, this is the sound er, all right. So you have here again the differences. Remember, the difference between the British and the American accent is the pronunciation and the final no, which is the middle or at the end. No, at the beginning, British people pronounce it always. So one, my birthday is on Thursday the 31st, and hers is a week later. And notice the is not pronounced clearly. Number two, when would you prefer, Tuesday or Thursday? Number three, that was the worst journey in the world. 4, have you ever heard this word? 5, the cakes weren't very good. I thought they were. 6, she went to university to learn German. This is in a British accent. Remember that the is not pronounced. Now, in American, most American, Scots, and Irish, and some other English speakers pronounce these ers. Listen, my birthday is on Thursday the 31st, and hers is a week later. American, When would you prefer, Tuesday or Thursday? Thursday, and notice the is pronounced clearly. Thursday. That was the worst journey in the world. 4, have you ever heard this word? 5, the cakes weren't very good. I thought they were. 6. She went to university to learn German. Notice here the difference between this vowel, not using in a British accent and in an American accent. All right. So here you have this vowel sounds. Remember, we have these vowel sounds. Oh, what's happening? Yeah. All right. So don't forget how to pronounce them. It's very important to how to pronounce them. Yeah? Remember that. Okay. Now we are going to continue with the other part. I'm going to change my screen. I'm going to change my screen. Just give me a second. Yeah, just to make a fast feedback. So the first one is E, 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 A. And remember, from vowels. E, 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 A. Central vowels. Back vowels. U, U, O, O, A. Notice, I want you to notice my mouth and notice how I'm going to change the shape of my mouth. Notice, ooh, very rounded. Ooh, then I open a little more. Oh, then more. Oh, then more. Ah, and then more. Ah. And notice you are changing the shape of your mouth. Ooh, ooh, oh, ah, ah. It's open wide. No, this is the final, is open wide. And so here you have these vowel sounds. All right, now let's pass to the other phonemes. The other phonemes are the consonant sounds. Can you give me a difference between a vowel and a consonant sound? Or are we going to produce in the same way? Is there any difference when we produce a vowel sound and a consonant sound? Can you tell me? No, nobody? How do we produce a consonant sound? Tell me, please. How can we produce a consonant sound? No, nobody? Can you hear me? Yes? Maybe I think I'm talking alone. How do we produce a consonant sound? No idea? Are you there? Are you there?
I don't know, teacher. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay. Don't worry. All right. Remember, in order to produce any sound, the most important aspect is that you have to release air from your lungs. No, as I told you before, no, for example, in order to practice vowel sounds, you can make the movement, yes, yeah, around, then you can use the back part of your tongue, the shape of your lips, not the front part, you put it in a high position, in a light position, yeah, you can do whatever. But if you don't release air from your lungs, you are not going to say anything, no? When you say, notice, I'm making the movement, I'm moving my tongue, I'm shaping my lips, no? But I didn't produce any sound. Why? Because I'm not releasing air. There is no an air stream. So in order to produce a vowel or consonant sound, we need to release air stream from our lungs. This is one aspect, the release of air. Now, as I told you before, vowel sounds, all of them are voiced. All of them are continuants. But what happened with the consonants? Some of them are voiced, some of them are voiceless, some of them are continuants, some of them are obstruent. So what does it mean? In order to produce a vowel sound, we are going to interrupt the air stream. In vowels, we don't interrupt the airstream. The airstream goes free, no? Goes through your mouth freely. E, A, U, E, the air goes free, no interruption. But in order to produce a consonant sound, What you need to do is to interrupt this air string. For example, you interrupt the air. You stop and then you release it, right? Another. Oh, what happened with the air string? The air string goes through the little spaces between your teeth, right? So the air goes through these little spaces. So you are interrupting, you're blocking partially. You're blocking the air partially, and you make a friction. And this friction produces the sound. That's what we call fricatives. Then we are going to talk about it. So notice, this is the difference between the vowel sound and a consonant sound. Vowels are produced with the air string passing by freely. But if you want to produce a consonant sound, you need to interrupt the air. And you produce the sound, the consonant sound. So similar to the vowel sounds, we're going to have some characteristics in order to differentiate. Remember, this is in order to classify consonant sounds. We're going to have three characteristics: place of articulation, manner of articulation, voicing. Notice here these three characteristics: place of articulation, manner of articulation, voicing. Place of articulation refers to the point and articulators that we are going to use to produce the consonant sound. So this is the place, the point, the articulators that we are going to use to produce this sound. Manner of articulation is how we stop the air. How? For example, if you want to memorize this, place of articulation, where? Remember, where. Manner, how. Remember these two word questions, the WH words. Place of articulation, where you produce the sound. Manner of articulation, how you produce the sound. Notice here these two characteristics, where and how. The third one is the voicing, the vibration. Some consonants are going to be vibrated and some consonants are not going to be vibrated. So here's as if the vocal cords vibrate or not. So notice the difference with the vowel sounds. In the vowel sounds, we have 5 characteristics, no? Part of the tongue, position of the lips, length of the sound, and tense of muscles. In consonant, we have just 3: place of articulation, manner of articulation, and voicing. Let's see. Let's analyze these 3 characteristics. So here you have this table, and also you have in your material, no? The place in an horizontal way, no? The place. In the place, we have different positions, different points, different articulators. We have bilabial, labiodental, interdental or dental, alveolar, palatal, velar, glottal. Notice from the front part of your mouth to the back part of your vocal tract. No? Bilabial, it means that you're going to use your lips. Labiodental, your lip and your teeth. Interdental or dental, your tongue to your teeth. Alveolar, so you're going to use the alveolar ridge. Palatal, you're going to use the hard palate. Velar, you're going to use the soft palate or velume. And finally, glottal, that you're going to use the glottis. Notice, these are the different places of articulation. Let's pass to the vertical way, the manner and the voicing. Let's start with the manner. Manner, we have stop. Stop means that you're going to block the air and then release it. Fricative, it means that you're going to block partially the air. Affricate is a combination. The affricate is a combination between the stop and the fricative one. Then we have the nasal, liquid, and glide. Nasal, it means that you're going to produce the sound vibrating your nasal chamber. And liquid and glide are called also the approximant sounds. So what does it mean, approximant sounds? that you're not going to interrupt the air so much. Notice what is the specific characteristic of a consonant sound? That we are going to interrupt the airflow. But when we talk about approximants, the interaction is not so much, just a little bit. For example, some of these two consonants are also called semi-vowels. Why do we call semi-vowels? Because they are kind of similar of a vowel sound. So it means that they are not gonna have so much interruption of there, just like a vowel sound. All right. So then we're going to analyze all of these sounds. So this is a table. Let's see. Places of articulation. Notice here, the places of articulation you have dental. So it means both teeth, upper teeth, lower teeth. Upper and lower teeth. Labiodental. So you're going to use the upper lip with the lower teeth. Bilabial. You're going to use both lips, the upper and the lower lip. Alveolar, notice the alveolar ridge, it's behind the upper teeth. All right, the alveolar ridge is behind the upper teeth. Posalveolar or palato alveolar, palatal, velar, and glottal. Glottal, notice the glottal sound is produced in the glottis. Oh, teacher, where is the glottis? The glottis is the space between the vocal folds or vocal cords. This is the glottis. Remember? So in this space between the vocal folds or vocal cords, you are going to produce the sound. And notice here the different places of articulation. So bilabial consonants are produced by using both lips together. Notice here, both lips together, the upper and the lower lip. Yeah, the upper and the lower lip. So we are going to emphasize here. Yeah, we are going to use both lips. No, both lips are used. So you don't use the teeth, you don't use the tongue, no, the palate, just the lips. Both lips are used. This is the bilabial sound. So we have here bilabials in English. We have the sound pa, the sound ba. All right, these are bilabial sounds. Now, let's pass to the other one. Labiodental. What are we going to use in the labiodental sounds? The lower lip and the upper front teeth. Notice here the picture, no? The lower lip and the upper teeth. Which labiodental sounds do we have in English? We have the sound these are the labiodental sounds. The upper teeth with the lower lip. Notice here my face. Look at my face again. Upper teeth, lower lip. Like a rabbit, like a rabbit, no? Or like a mouse. And you release the air. This is the labiodental sounds. Let's continue. Dental or interdental sounds. In some books you can find it as interdental, in other books you can find it as dental sounds. So what are we going to use in the dental sounds? The tongue and the teeth. So we're going to use our tongue, specifically the tip tongue, yeah, the tip tongue, yeah, and the teeth. So you have to use this and you produce the sound oh. Notice my face again, my mouth. Look at my tongue tip here between the teeth. You have to place your tongue tip between the teeth and release the air. Notice this is the dental sounds. We use the tongue tip to the teeth, the upper and the lower teeth. Some books also and some authors and linguists says just behind the upper teeth, no? But I think that the best way is between the teeth, no? The upper and the lower teeth. Yeah. This is the dental or interdental sound. Remember. Let's pass to the other one. Alveolar sounds. The alveolar. So what are we going to use? The alveolar ridge. The articulation of these consonants is situated near the alveolar ridge, which is the area lying between the upper front teeth and the palate. No, this is the position. No, you can see in the picture, the alveolar is just the part behind the upper teeth. So you have the alveolars, the sound t, the sound d, the sound s, the sound z. And notice these are alveolar sounds because you are going to move your tongue again. The principal articulator in order to produce consonant sounds is the tongue. Most of the sounds are produced with the tongue. Not all of them, but most of them. So you're going to use the tongue to the alveolar ridge. For example, ta and ta, they are alveolar. But notice how you move your tongue. Here, in these two consonants, you touch, no? With your tongue, you touch the alveolar ridge. Ta, da. Now, let's pass to other two alveolars. S, z, s, z. Do you touch your alveolar ridge? No. Here we are going to analyze when we talked about manner. Manner is how we interrupt. So here we have four sounds alveolars, but the manner is different. Fricative and stop. Then we're going to watch it. So alveolars, remember, we use the tongue to the alveolar ridge. You can touch it or not. The other one is palato alveolar. Palato alveolars occur slightly deeper in the mouth than alveolar ridge, or alveolar sound, sorry. Yeah, palato alveolar is just a combination. No? There, for example, you can find in English two consonants. In our language, we have one palato alveolar sound. That is the consonant ch, ch. When we say chompa, chosica, chaleco, no? Ch, ch. This is a palato alveolar sound. Why? Because we start touching the alveolar ridge and then we move the tone backward to the hard palate. Ch, ch, ch. This is a palato-alveolar or post-alveolar sound. Yeah? So you use again the tongue, remember, you use again the tongue to the palato-alveolar sound. Oh, it's the place between the alveolar ridge and the hard palate. No? So as you can see here in the picture. Palatal sounds. Again, you're going to use your tongue, notice the tongue, to your hard palate. Here you have the hard palate. No, this is the roof of the mouth. No, this is the roof of the mouth. So you're going to move your tongue towards that hard palate. For example, you have the consonant in English, the consonant sh, sh, yeah, 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 yeah. And notice you have these consonants, you move your tongue to the hard palate. So you call these sounds palatal sounds. Velar. Velar, again, you are going to use your tongue to the back part of your mouth. So we call this the uvula or velium or soft palate. No? That's why we call them the velar sound, because we're going to use the velium or uvula or soft palate. For example, in English, we have the consonant k, g, ng. Notice we have these three sounds which are velar sounds. The sound k, the sound g, and the sound ng. That is a nasal sound. No, this is a nasal velar sound. So here we have these three sounds that we are going to produce these three sounds in the back part of our mouth, in the uvula or velium or soft palate. And let's finish with the glottal sound. Glottal, remember, you're going to produce it in the glottis. Where is the glottis? As I told you before, the glottis is the space between the vocal cords or vocal folds. As you can see on the picture, yes, you can see on the picture, this is the space, notice, between the vocal folds. Here you have some points in black, no? These are the vocal folds. The space between them is called the glottis. What is the glottal? In English, we have just one glottal sound. No, the last session I gave you an example, no, of this TV spot, hals, hals, hals. This is the sound. This is a glottal sound. You produce it here. here and your throat, no? Because here you have the vocal folds, the vocal cords. The space between the vocal cords or vocal folds is called the glottis. So you call this sound glottal sound, as in house, hi, hello. Notice you're producing a glottal sound. So here we have the places of articulation. Remember, these are the places of articulation. Let's pass to the manners of articulation. Remember, manner refers remember this word, how we interrupt the airflow. The places is where. Manner, how we interrupt the airflow. Notice here, this is an animation. You can see this animation. Notice what's happening with the airflow. First, you stop with your lips. For example, here the person is stopping the air with the lips and then release it. Then the air is released. All right? So we call this plosive or stop sounds, where the air is blocked at the place of articulation to accumulate pressure and then is released in one instant. For example, the sound pa, pa. You stop the air with your lips and then you release it. Pa, pa. This is one. Ba, ba, ba. Bilabial, plosive. Bilabial because we use the lips. Plosive because we are going to stop and release. We have other ones. The sound t, t. Now you use not your lips. Now you use your tongue to stop the air. You touch the alveolar ridge and you stop the air. And then you release it. T, t, t. Da, da, da. Notice, you change the place of articulation. The first two sounds were bilabial. Now these other second sounds are alveolar because you are going to use the tongue to the alveolar ridge and you stop the air. So they are alveolar plosive or stop sounds. And notice these are the plosive or stop sounds. You stop the air and then release it. Fricative. Notice again the animation. Notice this animation. The air goes continuously, no? You don't stop the air now. But the air goes through little spaces. The space is so narrow. You could notice the space is very little. But it's continuously. The air goes continuously. You don't stop. No, in the first one, you stop and release. Now, no, you don't stop. But you give a little space. The space is very little. So narrow. Why? This space with the air, the force that you release the air produces a friction. That's why the name, fricative. It comes from the word friction. For example, we have the sound, no, the labiodental sounds. Where does the air go through? Where does the air go through? Through the little spaces between your teeth. No? These little spaces between your teeth and your lip, the air goes through and it produces, or you use a pressure, no? A pressure, and this pressure produces a friction, and this friction produces the sound. That's why we call them fricative sounds. All right? Yeah, I'm producing fricative sounds. I'm giving a little space between one articulator and the second articulator. The space is minimal. All right? It's minimal. So the air goes through this little space and produces friction. So we call this sound fricative sounds. All right? Now, let's pass to this one. Oh, teacher, this picture, this animation is similar to the stop. You stop the air and release. Yes, but it's released softly, not explosively. In the stop or plosive, that's why the name plosive, you release is like an explosion, no? G. These are the plosive. Now the affricate, notice the affricate is a kind of similar. Yeah? You stop the air and then release it, but you release it softly. Ch, 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 j, j, j. So in English we have two affricate sounds. Two affricate sounds. The sound cha, that is similar to our language, like we are saying chompa, chaleco, no? This is similar. We don't have the second one. The second one is vibrated. J, j. For example, in English, you use the word judge. Judge. No? Juez. Judge. For example, you use here the sounds at the beginning and at the end with the vowel uh, uh. Judge. Judge. So this is an affricate sound. Remember, it's like the stop, but less explosive. Yeah, it's less explosive. It's softly. The explosion is softly. The release of air is soft, not strong. All right. The approximants. What are the approximant sounds? Sounds in whose articulation two speech organs approach each other and air flows continuously between them without friction. Without, notice here, without friction. There is no friction, similar to a vowel sound. So in fricatives, notice in fricatives, the space is minimal. Now, in approximant, you are going to give more space. Notice here, can you watch my fingers? Yeah, fricatives, you give a little space. All right, you give a little space in fricatives. We're going to do all the manners. Oh, I don't know, you can see. Yeah, here. Yeah, notice. Stop. Imagine this is one articulator, second articulator. Yeah? One, two articulators. So stop is like this. You put it together and then release, close, release, close, release. This is the plosive. Stop. Fricative. Notice here, just a little space, just a little space. This is the fricative. Approximant, you make it bigger. Notice the space is bigger. Notice my finger is passing freely. But in fricative, no. In fricative, the space is little, so my finger cannot pass so freely, no? Yeah, but in approximant, yeah, it's not so big. Yeah, it's not so big because the space is big. It's a vowel sound. Yeah, because vowel sounds are open. Yeah, the air goes past freely. All right. But in approximant, the space is quite open, yeah, but not so much, not so much. So these are the approximant sounds. Remember, approximant sounds are the sounds which are you going to use two articulators, but there's not gonna be friction, similar to vowel sounds. No, as I told you before, in English we have four approximant sounds, but two of them are similar to vowel sounds. The consonant lia, similar to the vowel I, and the consonant wo, similar to the vowel u. That's why they are called semivowels. All right, semivowels. Another manner of articulation, as you can see on the animation, is the nasal sound. So it means, as you have seen before, all the previous manners of articulation or sounds are produced using the oral tract. No, all of them are oral sounds. Ta, ba, f, v, ch, j, sh. All of them are oral sounds. But there are three sounds in English which are nasal. It means the air goes not through the mouth, goes through the nose. For example, you have the sound and the first nasal sound is bilabial. Notice I'm using my lips. I'm using my lips. I close my lips. I close my lips. And the air goes through the nose. You can feel it. You can feel your nose vibrating. Um, then the second nasal sound is alveolar. It means that you're going to use your tongue to the alveolar ridge. And again, you stop the air here, you block the air here in your vocal tract, oral tract with your tongue. So the air goes through the nose. And the third sound is velar. Here, you use again your tongue backward and you stop the air. You block the air and the air goes through the nose. Notice I'm going to open my mouth because I have to put my tongue backward. Yeah, so backward. So for example, in the word king, thing, anything. No, generally the final letters ng, you have this sound. No, swimming, dancing. Your tongue is moved to the back of your tongue, of your mouth. No, so we have this the nasal sound. So we block. No, we are blocking the air in your mouth, and it goes through your nose. That's what we call nasal sounds. All right. So here you have this related to the consonant sounds. Yeah. So next session, we're going to practice. Yeah, we are going to practice these consonant sounds. Yeah, similar to what we did today with the vowel sounds. Oh, sorry, my charger, my battery is running out. Yeah. All right. So here you have this theory of the consonant sounds. Remember, consonant sounds have three characteristics. Don't forget about it. They have three characteristics: place of articulation, manner of articulation, and voicing. Voicing, remember, is related to the vibration of the vocal cords or vocal folds. Yeah? Some consonants are voiced, some consonants are voiceless. So this is the difference with the vowel sounds. No, as I told you, vowel sounds, all of them are voiced. Consonant sounds, some of them are voiced, some of them are voiceless. It means no vibration, all right? No vibration. Okay, so we are going to stop here. Now, don't forget that you need to enter to the Google Classroom. Yeah? In the Google Classroom, I gave you the materials in order to develop the exercises. To develop the exercises similar to these two consonants. As I told you the last session, you're gonna have the audios too. Yeah, the audios too. You have all the audios, not just for the exercises, all the audios for the material. So it's very important that you can listen to the audios and practice. Yeah, remember, you need to practice this in order to get the most of it. All right, and you can improve the pronunciation. It's very, very important to do that. All right, so we are going to stop here. It was a pleasure again to be here with you. Don't miss next session. The next session, we are getting over with this topic with phonetics. This is the last session of this module, phonetics. Then we are going to pass to phonology. Remember when we talk about the difference between phonetics and phonology. So in phonetics, as you can see, we are analyzing sound by sound, the characteristics of each sound in isolation. No? What is the characteristics of the vowel E, the vowel A, the consonant, place of articulation, manner of articulation for each consonant sound, all right? In phonology, we are going to put them together because we are going to analyze the sound as a system. So we are going to change the focus of a study, no? Both study the sounds. Phonetics and phonology study the sounds, but the way they study the sounds is different. All right, that's why it's very important. Okay, well, that's a pleasure. So that's all for today. Thanks for your attention. If you had any question about the platform, about Google Classroom, don't forget to send me a message on my private chat. Yeah, if you have any problem or any trouble with this platform, yeah, in order to send or upload the material, so try to send me messages on my private chat. Okay. Well, that's all for today. See you next session next week.